So, welcome, Linda. How are you?
I'm well. Stephanie, how are you?
I'm fantastic. And we're talking about your very yummy product. I love your uh, cheese, well, your vegan cheese. And
Thanks.
can you tell us a little bit about the story behind the products and behind the brand?
Sure, yeah. It's always fun to talk about that because I kind of fell into this by accident, this whole manufacturing career of mine. I started out as a scientist. I actually trained in biology and ecotoxicology and worked at Health Canada for almost 20 years as a scientist. And from my interest in health, I started to research diet and health and diet and the environment. And from all of that research that I did, I came to the conclusion that I was going to adopt a plant based diet. So I transitioned from a vegetarian to a plant based diet about 10 years ago, 2010.
Mhm.
And back then, there were not as many options on the market as we do enjoy today. So I found it a little more challenging to find convenience foods. So I started cooking a lot more, experimenting with a lot more plant-based foods, and learning to make plant-based cheeses was part of this journey for me because as a vegetarian, cheese was something that I did eat a lot of.
Mhm.
And I noticed that it was very social as well. We would often pair wines and cheeses for holidays. We would have elaborate cheese boards when we were entertaining. And it was just something that was really social that I enjoyed and my friends enjoyed. And I wanted to continue to be able to do that. So I developed this line of plant-based cheeses to basically indulge myself, I guess. And there was there was a hole in the market at that time, and there weren't that many cheese alternatives out there that were really delicious and tasty. So that was how Fauxmagerie Zengarry got started.
Fantastic. Well, your cheeses are certainly tasty.
Thank you.
And why are your products a little bit different than other vegan cheeses on the market?
Well, there's a lot of different cheeses on the market right now that we are seeing in the grocery stores, mainstream grocery stores right now. So we
Mhm.
have your shreds, you have your slices, you have your cream cheeses, and then you have your fine cheeses. So I think there's a similar category breakdown in dairy based cheeses. You have your shreds, you have your slices, you have your cream cheeses, and then you have your fine cheeses that you would use a little differently, right? You would use them more when you're entertaining, you would use them when you're looking for a little more high-end experience of cheese. So that is one of the things that is a little bit different about us if you're comparing us to, say, Daya or Chow or Earth Island or those kinds of cheeses.
Mhm.
But then one of the things that we do at Zengarry that is pretty unique in the category is that we use local suppliers wherever possible. So, one of the examples I have is our garlic. All of our garlic is grown in Ontario by the Garlic Box. We get it fresh and we use it right from the farm, which is pretty amazing. I love the concept of working with Jackie over at the Garlic Box
Mhm.
and of consistently supporting her and being able to know exactly where the garlic is grown for our products. Another fun thing is that all of the quinoa that's used in the quinoa rejuvelac, the quinoa rejuvelac is actually the probiotic that we use and grow to culture the cheese. So the quinoa that we use is grown here in Ontario as well. And that's pretty exciting because quinoa is not a crop that has traditionally been grown here in Canada. So Quinta does a great job, and they're bringing these superfoods and growing them here in Ontario, which I think is lovely. And then our herbs that we use fresh herbs, and not I'm not aware of any other brands that are using fresh herbs in their products. And we grow our herbs in-house in a living wall. So we have hydroponic grow walls in our facility, and that allows us to grow all of our herbs in-house without chemical pesticides.
I
We
love
don't have
that.
to, isn't that cool? And we
It
don't have
is.
to ship them from warmer climates or anywhere else in the colder months. We can grow it year round. And, we know exactly where it's come from. We can pick it minutes before it goes into the cheese, preserving all of those nutrients and all of the flavor so that that is present in the product when the consumer is enjoying it.
That is fantastic, and I love that idea. I love that. I love using local as well, so fantastic. Um, can I ask you the base of the cheese?
Sure, yeah. So the base of the cheese is cashews.
Mm,
All of the ingredients that we use are all natural. So we start with the whole raw cashew nut,
mhm.
and we soak it and we blend it with this probiotic, quinoa rejuvenac, and then we age and ferment the product to give it that really cheesy, cultured taste.
Mhm.
And then we use all natural ingredients to flavor it. We use fresh jalapeno peppers in our smoky jalapeno. We
Mhm.
use sun-dried tomatoes. We use those fresh herbs, local garlic. Everything is all natural. Nothing that you can't pronounce is found in our products.
Fantastic. And how long is that aged? Just out of
It can
curiosity.
Yeah, it's an aging process that takes up to a week. So there's limits to how long we can age them because they're all natural, and it is a bit of a different process than cheese, dairy-based cheese, but it's definitely that fermentation process is important in developing those rich cheesy flavors.
Excellent. Um, so there's no preservatives, completely organic, and
It's not organic. No, we
okay.
use conventional ingredients, and we're not using certified organic products, even though we know a lot of the products that we do use are grown organically.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. And are there any types of people that maybe should take caution when eating these products? I guess if you have a cashew or nut allergy, or
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be careful for allergies. Nuts is one of those top allergies in the in the country. Of course, dairy is also a top allergen too. So it all depends on your particular makeup, I guess.
I guess so. And can I ask you, what's your favorite cheese, and how do you like to eat that?
Hmm. Um, I have a lot of favorites, and I use them all quite differently.
Hmm.
Um, One that I really love is our aged cumin. It's very different. It's a Leyden style cheese with whole cumin seeds sprinkled on top and throughout, and it's a very unique flavor profile. I don't think anyone else is doing that in the plant-based cheese category, but I really, really love it. I will serve it with a nice red wine and fruit. It's great with like a mango chutney or just on a pear with a nice side of wine. But one of the ones that I'm sending in the package is called the Creamy Swiss. And this one I find super versatile and really exciting to use. in recipes. I use it all the time when I'm making pasta sauce. So it makes a great Alfredo sauce. On our website, we have a recipe for oyster mushroom scallops with fettuccine Alfredo, and we use that cheese in there, and it is a fantastic recipe. I use it for cheese fondue, which is pretty exciting because sometimes it's hard to find that great replacement for something that you've loved growing up, or is a tradition at holidays. So that is something that's pretty fun. I'll also use it on crostini with tapenades. It's just really versatile. It's got a nice tangy flavor, but it lends itself well to pairing with fun different chutneys and jellies and tapenades and nuts even.
Oh, it's making me hungry. Sounds
Mm.
absolutely fantastic. And do you know any people have written in testimonials? I'm sure it is kind of difficult to find. For me, it's been difficult to find a really unique, clean based vegan cheese.
Yeah, so we have a lot of testimonials on our Facebook page that you can definitely peruse. We were mentioned by Jillian Harris as being one of her personal favorites, so that's pretty exciting. And I think that people really, we have tried and true fans that are great avid supporters because they just recognize the quality and the taste of our product and appreciate that. And I feel very fortunate to have this nice loyal following.
Excellent. And where can we find your products?
So many places. You can find it across the country at Whole Foods markets. You can find it. Goodness Me, you can find it at an organic garage. In Quebec, you can get it at Avril, Tow, IGA, you can get it at Fauxmagerie, a number of different locations. We have a full listing on our website, on our store finder, of all of the different partners that do carry our product. And we also have an online store for convenience. That's we ship out to Ontario and Quebec right now, just due to some shipping constraints. It's a little harder to get it all the way across the country as a fresh product that needs to stay cold. So we're working out the bugs there, but definitely available in a number of locations.
Wonderful. And what assortment are you sending out for the ambassadors?
This is an amazing question. And I know we're sending out the creamy Swiss, the smoky jalapeno,
Mm.
and then the sun-dried tomato and basil. And I think the fourth flavor is the double cream brie.
Mm. Wonderful. What's your newest one?
We have a number of flavors that are available only on our online store, including our cranberry pistachio double cream brie. So that is only available until Christmas, exclusively from the online store. But from those ones that I'm sending out for the ambassadors, the newest flavor would probably be the smoky jalapeno, which is really a great flavor when you're looking for something for tacos or for quesadillas. I have a great recipe for queso sauce, which is great for nachos or just for dipping broccoli or cauliflower in. It's a great flavor. It's not overly spicy. It's just got a bit of smokiness.
Mm.
So get that little Tex-Mex flair.
Yum. And where can we find you online?
Online, you can find us at www.zengarry.com. Super easy.
Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to chat about in terms of your product, your brand product, or the story behind it?
I think I've given you a lot of information. One of the things that I truly appreciate is the library of recipes that we have on our website. I'm an avid recipe developer, always cooking, often developing new recipes for these for our products. I use them myself in my day-to-day cooking all the time. It's just a simple way to add that creaminess, that cheesy flavor, that decadence to any kind of meal. So I encourage your team to check out our recipes online and be inspired by some of the creations that I love.
Wonderful. I know people will love it. I love it myself. And I thank you so much for taking the time to come and speak about your products.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Stephanie.